Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the People's Choice Podcast. And I have a very special guest here. This is just a whole change of scenery for me. Like, I'm not even at my original area. Like, I'm actually honored to be here at this amazing studio. My boy Isaac over here. I've been watching this guy's podcast now for a couple months and probably longer than that. But I was always just saying, like, man, I can't wait to get this guy on the show. And then magically he hits me up first. And it was like, I'm in the middle of texting him on like Instagram, like, yo, I can't wait to have you on the show, blah, blah, blah. I want to, and he hit me up first. I'm like, this is sweet. This is amazing. And he's representing his podcast. It's an amazing podcast. You got to check it out. The Isaac Yardbird, I'm saying that right?
Isaac Yardbird.
Isaac Yardbird. Because I'm like, because I was like, it's an Isaac Yardbird.
It's exactly what it looks like.
Isaac Yardbird. Yeah, because I was like, but it works for you, man. It looks great, man.
Thank you.
And this is an audio podcast for the first time doing. But don't fear, peeps. I'm gonna be coming back over here, and Isaac's gonna interview me, so that's gonna be great.
It's just because he didn't want my face on camera.
Yeah, I didn't want to break the goddamn lens, man. I didn't think I'd do with my face for every Tuesday.
No, I'm glad we can get it done, man.
I'm so honored to have you on the show, man. So let me give you the clap. I always give my guest a clap, man.
Thank you.
Man, this is awesome, man. Like, thank you for just inviting me to your space, man. I mean, I wish I had the camera to show off this amazing office you have here, the studio. Like, truly awesome, man.
Thank you. We'll put it on camera next week.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll get it done for real, man. So, tell me about yourself. I know you grew up in Sanford, North Carolina. So, tell me what it was like growing up for you in Sanford.
It was all right. It's not too exciting here in the Sand Trap, as we discussed earlier. Small town, although it's gotten a lot bigger. But I liked it. Went to Tramway Elementary School, Wesley, and then Southern Lee. It's nice being able to know a lot of people and then not being like far away from them. I know that's, you go to any school, you're going to know the people there, but
big facts.
Like once you leave one school, you go to the next one, same people. You go to the school after that, same people. Like, you ain't going to miss nobody.
That's a luxury, honestly, because like I switched schools so many fucking times, like especially in like my days in Connecticut. I went to like 7 elementary schools. Then I moved.
God.
Yeah, it was rough, man. Some of those episodes I sent you get to hear the backstory. Then I got to North Carolina after my parents split, because first I was at Western and got to my parents split and went to Bird, and graduated at Pond Forest, and it's being a new kid sucks all that time. So
I've never had to have that. I mean, other than, you just go through the first year of the school where you're like, oh, everything, but everybody's new. But I've never like switched schools halfway through, and then you go into a classroom, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah,
who
is
this
crazy
guy?
Yeah, they're just judging you, like, you're like all the eyeballs on you. They're like, what he got on? What is he doing here? Then you're looking at the girls and you're just like, ooh, is he cute? Or they're thinking, am I cute? Or they're like, oh my god, this fucking ugly ass guy. What the hell? Like, you got all these questions going in your head, and you're just like, hope my teacher's nice. Like, what's their lunch like? Like, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't have to go with that growing up, but met a lot of good people, built a lot of lifelong relationships, like friends with people that I met in first grade, second grade, kindergarten, whatever it might be. So that was pretty cool about growing up here.
That is so cool, man. Like, can I ask you, like, what's the secret to keeping a friendship that long?
I have no idea.
Bro, I got friends, like, I think the farthest friend I can go back to is in 5th grade.
Okay.
We're still friends, like, even on Facebook and stuff. Shout out to you, Jordan, if you hear this. But, like, there's the distance, So that kind of separated us a little bit, but like hearing you being friends with someone from elementary to even adulthood, like that's amazing. Like, I need to know, what's the secret, man?
Well, we kind of got it's a little different situation. So like we met in a hospital.
Oh shit,
Chapel Hill. Which it's so funny and not funny, but went to the same elementary school. Never knew each other, and then one day. We were up in Chapel Hill getting checked on in the children's clinic of the cancer hospital in Chapel Hill.
Oh crap!
And yeah, we saw each other and we were like, "You kind of look familiar." We were like, "What school do you go to?" And we figured out we went to the same school, and our moms talked to each other. and like we both had cancer at the same time, and so we kind of went into it together. And he had a twin brother, and we're still riding strong today.
And you're a cancer survivor?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I did not know that, man. Hey, like, when was you first diagnosed with that?
2006, April of 2006. I was 87 years old.
Where was it at, or was it like leukemia or anything? Like, what kind of cancer was it?
So my friend had leukemia. We like to joke that he had the easy version. He got the easy way out.
Oh,
I had osteogenic sarcoma, so bone cancer. I had it on my left jaw.
And
yes, I go back this upcoming week actually to try to finish a procedure that I've been trying to get done for
since 06?
It's been a long ride.
Holy crap! Yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, I would have never even known that. Like talking. That's why I love podcasting, man, and all my peeps and new audience. Make sure you definitely share this because this is going to be it's always a great story, but just you never know that mirror people story like that. You just see the clips or you see what they do, and then get to talk to them, you know them, you hear like, wow. Man, you're a survivor, man. So round of applause, man. For real, man. I know it had to be tough, for your family and stuff. I can't even imagine
I don't want to know what they went through.
Yeah, like when you first found that out, like was it like what led up to them like finding out? Was it like hard to like chew or like talk? Like what was going on?
It was so my mom would I hated brushing my teeth growing up. I don't know why. But my mom was like, all right, we gotta, you gotta brush your teeth. You don't need to get cavities or anything. She was like, if you brush them this many times a week, I'll brush your teeth the other times a week. So she would brush my teeth. And she
shout out to you, Mom.
She is for real. She brushed up there on the left side of my jaw, and she was like, this feels weird. So we looked at it and then went to a doctor, got it checked out, and they were sending it off. They were like, yeah, it's cancer. So they went to Chapel Hill. They were like, we got some good doctors up here, getting it taken care of and everything. But, yeah, so just then finding a problem, not going, oh, it'll go away soon. Like, if they did that, it might have been a different ending to the story.
Could you imagine it? Oh, my goodness. And there's some fucking hospitals, not to call some out, that would just, do shit, and not care, just because they just want the money or, get out of their face. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't mean to say
absolutely.
Cape Fear.
Oh, no. Say it louder.
Cape Fear Hospital. Can't stand y'all. That's why you got so much freaking lawsuits, man. I'm sorry. I gone around Cape Fear. But, man, and that's cool that you and your friend, were met each other, and it's been tight really ever since.
I think that's what going back to your first question of keeping a long friendship is when you go through something like that. Like you hear a lot about no, I don't even want to say that, never mind. But when you go through something hard together, there's just it's a different type of bond.
Mm-hmm.
And getting to go through that and then coming out on the other side, you can't help but be friends. And I don't even like to call them friends. Like that's my brothers. Like I've always wanted brothers, and I got them.
That's awesome. It's always good to have those brothers, friends that turn to family.
For sure.
Shout out to mine. No, I'm T.S. Good to hear you from you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But I being friends with people. I realize it's being real good friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you just pick people out where you're like, hey, can I be an asshole to you? And you're okay with it? And they're like, I don't know, try it out. And then you try being an asshole to them. They're like, that's pretty fun. And then they give it back. And then you just start building that relationship off of that. Just saying whatever you want to each other.
That's what's up, man. And you have such a great personality, man. I could tell, just from the time I've gotten to talk with you, and I can imagine, growing up with you like that. And, that's why I think podcasting, became really natural for you. So I wanted to ask, when did all this, start for you? When did you decide you wanted to, start a podcast?
It was 2020. It was actually 2020, I think.
Really?
The beginning of 2020.
I started in 2022.
Hey, look at us. Yes, sir.
Shout out to the pandemic.
See, my friend here, we were talking to each other. It was November or December of 2020. And, everybody's like, this is the worst time ever to be alive. And obviously, looking back at history, it's not at all. But
I think the Great Depression's pretty up there with segregation and shit,
you can go back a few hundred years and find bad times. We were telling each other, we were like, dude, we're like whispering. We didn't want anybody here. So we were like, dude, this year was great. We were like, yeah, it's been a good year. Like so much self-discovery and, finding passion, a work habit and self-esteem, confidence, and it all just rushed in a tragic time. And it goes back to that time where you see the bad stuff that's going on, but once you've gone through that bad stuff and you see you come out on the other side and it's like, oh, it's nice out here. Like struggle brings a great awakening of hope.
Yes, there's beauty in the struggle.
Exactly.
It really is, man.
You can win out of it.
That's crazy. Like to actually talk to a fellow podcaster that started their podcast in 2020. Because I remember talking with either Mariana, shout out to you, or either Tyson, one of them. Mm-hmm. Damn, they're gonna be mad when I say this, but I love you guys. It's hard. They blend after a while, but like they were saying the same thing because they started their business in 2020, and they were like, people are like, what the hell are you thinking? Like, people are losing their businesses, losing their life, and you're like, I'm gonna start a business. Mm-hmm. And to me, the pandemic really put my life in perspective, where I was like, fuck it, this is now or never. Like enough bullshitting, I might not make it. Past this year. That's the mentality I had. Mm-hmm. Was that kind of like the same with you, where you're like, where you found this passion, you're like, fuck it, I gotta go for it? Or was it just like, I want to try this out?
It started out as like, I just want to try it out. Like, this seems fun. Me and my buddies we did one episode when I was in Wilmington and they were both in Raleigh. And we were like, or no, one of them was in Raleigh, one of them was, I don't even know where's Methodist University at?
Oh, Fayetteville. That's
really not too far. Okay. I didn't say we had one in Raleigh, Fayetteville, and Wilmington. Oh, yeah. And we were like, all right, we got to do something, together. Mm-hmm. So we were like, let's start a podcast. Yeah. And this was the end of 2019. Mm-hmm. And it was terrible. And it was all my fault. I was smoking way too much weed.
I love an honest man. Like, it was all my fault.
It was. They got no problem telling you either. It was like, I would just sit there and just like listen to them talk, wait for them to finish up on a topic that I didn't know about. Instead of, asking questions and holding a conversation, I would just like, okay, when are we going to talk about Carolina basketball? Waiting.
Well, they should have hit them with the one answer where they're like going on and on. Yeah. Then they're like, what you think I do? Like, yeah. Like you didn't hit him with it. So it started as a sports podcast, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Awesome. But we tried to do it like in segments. So like this 5 minutes we'll dedicate this time to this. Mm-hmm. The next 10 minutes we'll dedicate. And I hate structure in any form or capacity, which is why I have the podcast set up the way I do now, where it's just like, let's just say whatever, however long it lasts.
I love it too, man.
Yeah. But so yeah, it started off as just like, I just want to try this. Mm-hmm. And then 3 or 4 episodes in, I was like, I kind of like this, like dating a girl, you're like, I kind of like her, let's see where it goes. You get on like, a few more dates in, you're like, damn, might love her one day. Then I fell in love.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, it's hard to explain that to some people that's not, or they just don't have a good personality or whatever. Because I've had people that like, they'll look at my podcast and they're like, what the hell, Alvin? Like, why are you spending all this time? Like, every week you're pumping these episodes out and this and that. I'm like, dude, I love this shit, man. Like, there's something about connecting with me. Like you say, lack of structure. I struggle with that too. Like, even just staying consistent on posting on fucking Tuesdays is hard sometimes.
You go hard.
I try.
It's awesome.
I try.
It's good to see.
Thank you, man. Because it's like, because there's sometimes I'm like, man, I just want to just relax. I don't even want to, like, I want to talk, but like, I don't want to put all the other extra, into the editing, the promoting, but it's like when you love something, man, it feels great.
Yeah.
You can't stop.
That's the thing too. It's like when I have those moments of like, I'm just gonna lay around and not do shit today. I do it for a little bit, like I try it, and I'm like, man, I'm wasting my time right now. I got stuff I need to do with the podcast, and I get right back to it.
See, I thought I was the only one, bro. Like I try to enjoy a good video game. I grew up a big gamer, love games. I play a game 20 minutes, and I'm feeling bad that I'm not doing something for the podcast. I'm sitting there like, I can't even enjoy this fucking... God, I gotta turn it down, and now I'm watching YouTube videos on how to improve the show somehow. Then I'm testing things like it. Are you going through that same thing too?
Oh yeah, it happened today.
That was it. That's all I'm talking about. Man.
I was playing Xbox today, and I got like 15, 20 minutes in, and I was like, "What are you doing, dude? Come on, there's stuff to get done."
Oh man, see, I literally thought I was the only one going through that, man. Like, I don't know. It's just we love this shit, man, and the fact that we love it and other people love it, like it warms my heart when people say, "I love your show," or "I love that clip that you did," because sometimes people can't watch a whole podcast where they were like, "Hey, I saw your reel."
Understandable.
Oh yeah, not everybody has 100 minutes. Should have just said fucking, not 60 minutes. I meant to say 60 minutes, but everybody has an hour or 45 minutes or whatever. But they could watch a couple of reels or hear like whatever like snippets of it, and they're like, "Man, that was really good. I love how you do that."
Yeah.
Like, how do you take compliments with that? Does that really like form you inside, or you're just like,
it's weird?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a little bit, right?
I'm like, just keep it to yourself. I don't know. No, I like it. I appreciate it. I don't know. Like, I hate getting compliments. I don't know what to say. Because if I say thank you, and then they just stare at me, I'm like, I don't know what to do now.
I found myself doing this a lot, and my peeps are gonna laugh at me when they hear this shit. Where they will say like, "Hey, I really loved your episode," or "You did great." And I'm like, "Thank you, I appreciate it," and I will keep that going. Like, there's people like I've had Facebook posts or like posts on Instagram or whatever, and that's literally all I could think of because like it's good. Like I love that when you guys give me that, but at the same time, it's kind of weird to receive it because like I'm just doing me. It's like I don't look at it as like I'm doing something special,
right?
But I'm just being me. But even though it touches you in some way, shape, or form, I'm so happy. But
that's the man in it.
Yeah,
Men don't get compliments, so we don't know how to receive them.
Or it was kind of like you get caught doing something you weren't supposed to. Like, thank you, I guess. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, but I think the getting pulled away from like relaxing or playing a video game or whatever, it's just anybody that has a passion is so hard. Like it's hard. It's just hard for them to do.
Yeah.
Like so when I never sit down and watch a movie and think, damn, dude, I gotta go back and work at the warehouse tonight. I can't wait. Like, I don't look forward to that job. I look forward to the one where I make no money doing it. That's what I like to do.
I want to say something, but I might get in trouble.
Yeah, don't say the company name.
I feel the same way about my job. For those who know, like it's amazing the joy that we can get from doing this, man. Like and like even though we're not at the level yet where we're making like crazy money, like Joe Rogan level, where he's millions.
Ain't nobody making that money.
No, not really. But yet we're doing this for basically a little money to no money, and we're still having the time of our life, and that's what it's about, man. So back on podcasting, what do you think is like the most challenging thing about starting a podcast?
Starting one?
Yeah, starting or just continuing it, as it grows.
Literally, like starting any habit. I mean, that's what it becomes. That's what it has to become for it to be real. It's like you do it over and over and over and over and over again. Staying consistent. Like, dude, when I start like going to the gym, that's another good example. Is like you go for like a week, and you're like, all right, I can do this. You go like 2 days the next week, and you're like, I'll take 1 day off. I'm a little sore. My body's not used to it. It'll be okay to take a day. On a day, now, I'm not saying I go 7 days a week because fuck that. I gotta have my rest day.
I was like, I don't even know if there's bodybuilders doing 7 days a week anymore. Like,
to my friend,
ain't 7 days a week
and goes like twice on the weekend.
What the fuck?
So yeah,
is he a bodybuilder?
He's a different case. He's trying to be. I think so. I'm not sure.
I was like, I understand. Okay, but if he's just doing it just to like, dude,
he was a pro golfer for a little bit.
Wow,
but he's got like Like if he starts something, he's like, I'm gonna just do it the best I can.
But he got beast mode, obsessed with it.
But yeah, just when you take that day off and it's not a typical rest day, then the next day it's harder to get up, and then it keeps building. So like if you do one episode and you're like, all right, that episode took 3 days to get the guest, it took 2 hours to record, it took 6 hours to edit, and an hour to put out, and then an hour to promote. That was a lot of work. I'll reward myself with a week in between to do another episode. And then that week, you get to the weekend, you're like, last one was a lot of work. Let's take another week. Then it dies. It's done. You're not putting life into it. So it's like just keeping it consistent and wanting to keep doing it. That's probably the hardest thing about continuing it.
Definitely. Did you know the statistic of an average podcaster? Their episode dies, or their podcast dies at episode 7.
Really?
Yeah, 7 episodes, and that's not even like week to week. That's just they will put out 7 episodes, and I think it was like 83% of podcasters just stop after
How many?
episode 7. 83%. Because anyone and their mother has a podcast nowadays.
That's true.
But the successful ones, like if they're not consistent, because podcasting is not easy.
No,
it's not. It's not as easy as it seems to the outside eye. Like, oh, you get a camera, or you just get a couple USB mics and just start talking shit. And you put it out there, and it gets thousands of views.
And it's done.
And it's like no, and it's not like that at all. And I thought that statistic was funny because when I first attempted podcasting with the Peep Show, shout out to the 58 people that watched that. They're still rocking with now. That was me. I stopped at episode 7.
Really?
Yeah, before even knowing that statistic. Like, it was just like, because I started off, it was a sports podcast too. And I get embarrassed when I think about it because I'm like, man, I don't want any of my current audience to go back to listen to those because, God, it was awful. I mean, I recorded from my phone, and it was on Podbean. I don't know if anybody even knows what Podbean is.
That was what our first episode was uploaded on. Yeah.
It was on Podbean, and I was talking sports, and I had one that's worth going back to listen to. I was ranting on James Harrison.
I love
I was ranting on him, man. Oh man, I think it was either episode 6 or episode 5, going off on him because like I'm a big time Steelers fan, and he either like didn't like he wanted to trade and was not participating like to help the newer guys out. He still wanted to go out there and play. It's like, bro, you're old as fuck now.
Oh yeah, that's when they like wanted him to retire. Yeah. Like you're gonna have to like take a
yeah, and he like to help the young guys like T.J. Watt and all these other guys. And he didn't want to, so he left. They like put up a big stinker and went to Patriots, and then they went to the Super Bowl. They didn't win, but still, like, so I'm off on his ass, man. I mean, it was gold. But then when I found out the facts though about everything, I made another episode later, like the next week or whatever, and it was like, my apologies, James Harrison.
I was like, come find me.
Yeah, like, because I had so much wrong information from people, and I was going off that. I mean, I was going in. So it's worth a listen if anybody wants to go back and listen to those early episodes.
The best, dude.
Oh yeah, they are. Like, that's why I even love like your thought of the day that you do. Not all of my rants, but the most recent one was just hilarious on the Planet Fitness. People when they.
I hate doing those, but I love them too because like I probably did like 12 recordings before I posted that one because I would get like 10 seconds in, and then I just start getting so pissed. Like, I gotta calm down. Know my audience right now.
Bro, I literally thought that was like a one and done take. I didn't know you do it over.
None of them are.
Holy shit. I thought it was just like, you just drive us. Prophet thought of the day. These jackrabbits,
I get into it, and if it's one where I'm like complaining about somebody, like ranting, every time it turns into be like, hey, are these stupid? And I'll laugh. I'll be like, all right, I can't do that. I gotta calm it down a little bit.
They are hilarious though, man. And I love it, man. I love you're a big sports fan too, and you're really big into movies too.
Oh, big time!
Yeah, so like I've had some filmmakers on the show before and actors. So what is your? I think I know it, but that's on you. So like, what is your favorite movie and why?
Well, what do you think it is?
I want to say like Star Wars.
It's up there.
Is it It's not Star Wars.
Star Wars is up there. It's not my favorite.
Okay, what's your favorite?
So I've never like narrowed it down and picked one just because I'm like, there's so many good ones. But I finally decided like I might as well say it.
Finally, breaking news! Breaking news! Yeah, the people's choice.
I when I had cancer and in the hospital, I was in the 5th floor, the kids cancer floor, whatever it was called, and the TV had like 18 channels, and like 2 of them were decent.
That's a luxury, man.
And
some of the places up there, we get 3 channels.
Oh. We had it nice up there in Chapel Hill, but they had a little like a library of movies. And I remember I saw this one movie that had Nicolas Cage in it, and I was like, that was really good.
Shout out to Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, no,
love him.
Good. And I was like, I want to watch it again. Dude, I've probably seen, and it was National Treasure.
Oh my God, yo, I love National Treasure. I could watch that movie over and over.
I can too.
I love that one. But the first one got more of a place in my heart than the second.
Oh, for sure.
But no, Nicolas Cage, great.
Yeah, he's hilarious. But I would bet my life that I've seen that movie at least 250 times.
You know it word for word?
Ridiculous. Yeah, easily.
Oh,
which is why I was like, that's probably got to be my favorite movie then. Because it's just, I can put it on and just like, I'll just smile the whole time. I'm like, I know what you're going to say. And I like it. It's fine. It's so fun. But that, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings are up there.
Lord of the Rings, love that.
Good Will Hunting. And Whiplash. Whiplash is crawled up there.
You seen that? No, I haven't. I haven't seen who's in it.
You know J.K. Simmons?
Heard of the name.
State Farm?
Yeah.
He's like, we know a thing or two. Or, yeah, because we've seen a thing or two. That guy. Miles Teller.
Miles Teller, okay. I know that, yeah.
Dude, it's, if you have a passion, you have to watch that movie.
I have a passion.
It'll fire you up, man.
Shoot.
It'll get you going.
Whiplash, right? That's
Whiplash.
All right, I got that written down and mentally I'm going to write it down here.
You got HBO back?
I do.
There you go.
All right, I'm watching that. And I want my peeps to check that out too, because that's what we got a passion. And that's what we've been talking about, just passion, like we've been talking about, podcasts and stuff. But I love to also ask this question, is hidden talents. So what's a hidden talent of yours that either your friends, family, or fans, I hate saying fans. So I say peeps or supporters, but I don't know. What do you call your supporters? Do you got a name for them?
I don't have any. I don't know.
Man, we gotta call them something. We call them the Yardbirds.
So that's kind of like what I have.
Yeah,
I made a Patreon like the first month into this.
Okay, cool.
And then realized I was like, nobody's going to pay for something.
That's why I haven't made my Patreon yet.
Don't make it.
Yeah, I'm like,
wait on it. It'll be worth it.
I was thinking like, if I can get like consistent, like bigger, that's when I'm like, Patreon time.
Yeah, you got to make some money from it. But that was how I set it up. Is I had like Yardbirds. So I can't even remember what they were called, but the top tier was it was either like the King Bird or the Legend Bird, but it was Larry Bird. Oh yeah, shout out to Larry Bird. And you got the nice Larry Bird jersey in the background. Yes, sir. Oh man. But hidden talent, I can juggle. Okay. I don't even know if that's a thing. Someone said that before one time. They were like, I'm a really good juggler. Yeah. How many options can you do at a time? Just 3. Just 3. Okay. Yeah. I can do the 2 in one hand though. Okay, that's no homo. Yeah, that's the 2 in one hand. Slowly stroking. Hey. Yeah. Other than that, not much of anything really. No, I just juggle. Yeah, that sounds so bad. Just juggling balls. Just juggling balls. 2 or 3 at a time. Just. I don't know. I don't know what else would be a hidden talent. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Well, hey, I believe you have a really great judgment in the movies and sports. So I think maybe you could be a great critic. Yeah, if you wanted to, I either an asshole critic. There we go. I just talk shit about movies. Let's take that to the test. Okay. Okay. What's the worst movie that you think you've ever seen and why? Let's hear this. Your critic. So a movie that was like that most people thought they were like, this is good. Yeah, like something I hate when people do it. They hype it up and it's like you watch it just like So I've got two, and they recently came out.
Okay, let's hear it. This is great.
They're Marvel movies.
Ooh, you're about to piss off a lot of the Marvel fans.
Hurt some people's feelings.
Justice, I had you on the show. She's a big Marvel fan. You might want to mute this part.
Yeah, skip ahead about 47 minutes because I'm going in hard.
All right. Let's hear it, Isaac.
Are you a big fan of Marvel?
Not a big fan, but I respect the franchise and the success.
I love Marvel. And up until Endgame, and then I liked the Spider-Man movie.
Okay, I heard a lot of great things about the Spider-Man movie.
Oh, it's amazing.
I haven't watched it yet, like completely. Mm-hmm. But I watched a little bit of it, and I was like,
it's so cool.
Yeah, because I'm still old school, like Sony days, like Tobey Maguire.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's always got a place in my heart.
But Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor Strange 2.
Dude, that movie pissed me off.
Well, what about it pissed you off?
It doesn't make sense.
Mm.
And I looked it up. Because, it's like, if you don't understand a movie, there's like 8 million YouTube videos saying, this is how this movie is explained. Mm. Now it makes perfect sense for you. So I looked it up. Because in the movie, spoiler alert, Wanda is, she's the villain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, I guess, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the villain just because she has imaginary kids in her head. It's like she's willing. That's what, because it's that dumb. And she's willing to risk the stability and safety of the multiverse because she has a mental illness that she won't admit. And everybody's like, hey, Wanda, the kids aren't real, right? And she's like, shut up. This is my reality. And so she starts changing a bunch of shit. And then there's a girl that just shoots stars into the sky. And she's like, look, walk through here and you can go into a different world.
I see. I never watched Doctor Strange. Now I'm curious, like, what is going on there?
It does live up to the title. It's just Multiverse of Madness. Mm-hmm. That's what the movie is. You'll watch it and you'll be like, why did they make that choice? Mm. And they'll go, okay, they'll probably redeem it.
Mm.
Nope.
So what's the second movie?
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, you didn't? I know people love Thor. You didn't like it?
Nope.
Ooh, why?
It was like, so Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
I think that's the funniest Marvel movie. I think it's amazing. I think it's wonderful.
Wait, does Deadpool count as Marvel? Because I love Deadpool. I thought that was funny. Is Deadpool?
Oh, well, in the MCU, I guess.
Okay.
So MCU is like the certain realm of characters, and Deadpool isn't like pulled into it yet.
Gotcha.
Deadpool by far the funniest.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds.
It's not. That movie's hilarious. And the second one.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the whole second one, but from what I did, I was like, yeah, I don't know why I haven't finished it. Like, I stopped when he was like, we are the X-Men, and she's like, Trini.
It might be better than the first one.
Really?
It might be.
I gotta check it out. Now.
It's hilarious.
Man, I was watching it. It's like, yeah, I love it. It's getting funny. But then I stopped and go do something. I gotta watch
it.
Yeah,
for sure. But Love and Thunder, it was like if a 15-year-old made Thor Ragnarok. It was just like the jokes in it were so bad. It was like middle school lunchroom jokes.
Not even like so bad it's good. Like just so bad it's bad.
Yeah. Like if I was 11 years old sitting at a lunch table, I'd be like, damn, this is hilarious. And maybe that's just like it wasn't made for me. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, because I think Marvel, they love kids, like trying to get maybe little kids, maybe. Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
But then there's just like the Mrs. Thor or Lady Thor. I don't even know what she's called in it, but Natalie Portman takes on a role where she's got this spoiler alert again. I'm sorry.
No, it's all cool, man.
Where she's like,
I feel like I'm the last guy on Earth who hasn't watched like all the Marvels yet. I feel so alone sometimes. Yeah, like shit.
But there's a whole lot of same things. It's just a whole lot of things that didn't make sense, and it feels like they're just trying to cater to so many different people instead of trying to make a good movie. And I hate when movies do that. Like, go out and make the movie you want and accept the hate. Like, if you made what you wanted to make, then you're going to be pleased no matter the result.
True.
And they were just like, wow, let's try to make money.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And those Marvel movies are like normally like number one in the world when they drop, no matter which one it is.
Oh, they still were.
Oh,
I when I told people I didn't like it, they were like, "What's wrong with
that's probably what people are thinking. Like that's going to be listening to this. Like, what's wrong with
you?"
fuck that Isaac guy watching his shit?
Fuck you, just-
How dare you just keep that on Marvel?
How could you hate that?
Oh, well,
Like I said, I loved everything leading up to it,
true.
and I was like trying to believe in them, give them a chance, but they let me down.
What's your favorite Marvel movie then? Out of all of them, that might be tougher than
It is.
yours, right?
It's either Infinity War or Endgame, and then close second and third, you got the original Iron Man, and
Did you love the original Iron Man? Like, I remember some people didn't like it because they said it was too much talking. Like, they thought there would be more action.
it had storytelling.
Exactly. Thank you. High five, man. Like, why? I can't believe you haven't loved wrestling like that growing up, man. Like, because that's why I loved it was storytelling. The story.
Well, that's what movies are.
Exactly.
People are losing sight of that.
Yeah.
They think movies are green screens and explosions.
Yeah, fight scenes and
Sex.
gore.
And
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's just so people that can't write books can put their story in a different format.
Right
That's
up my
all
alley.
it is.
Right up my alley.
You know?
Yeah.
Like horror movies,
Mhm.
great storytelling.
What's your favorite horror movie? So I just
The Shining.
I can go. Which one?
The Shining.
The Shining.
That's the first one I've ever seen too.
I'm thinking of The Shrine. I'm sorry. I don't know if
I
that's
don't know
horror.
what that.
That it was on like Netflix for years, and now it's like on Tubi and shit now.
Okay.
It's kind of cool. It got some good actors like that at the time. They were like not really known, but like they got some. I forget their names now. See, I'm bad for that. but it was a good one. It was pretty good.
I can't even really do horror movies like that. But the ones that I do watch, they always have to be like the storytelling has to be at the forefront.
Maybe Halloween because
I love Halloween.
I love Halloween too. But
So good.
like I can't wait for the new one to come out. But like to some people, it doesn't make sense. You know, like and like because there's so many. It's been going on for a while, but like they're like, how can you kill this guy?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't die. Why do people keep watching this movie? And it's like just because when you think you got him dead, he comes back. That's the fun. You know, like to me at least. You know, like.
But see, those same people, they go and they watch a Marvel movie, and it's that same scenario over and over again with different characters.
True.
It's the exact same movie.
True.
But with horror movies, like you're gonna get a cool story every time. Not well. When you watch a good one, you get one.
Yeah. I love talking movies, man. I know that's a big thing with you, man. So I wanted to bring it up. So that's pretty
for sure. Yeah, you gotta watch Whiplash. That's a good one.
Whiplash. I'm watching that. I'm watching that tonight. Actually, I'm gonna make sure I do it.
You better.
I'm gonna hit you up and be like, bro, this movie was sick. You know?
You will. It's gonna shape you.
Definitely, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it. I want to talk more about your podcast, man.
Okay.
And you had some amazing guests up there. You know, I know you praised my show for the guests, but you had some great ones too. What was one of your favorite episodes that you would say to like a new listener or one of my peeps to like, hey, check out this one was like one of my favorite ones?
Well, mine are they range so vastly, just on what you're gonna feel when you listen to it.
Uh-huh.
So if you want to laugh,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta go listen to Dalton Ashworth and Kevin Sanchez together. That shit. So there's some funny dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one was just so funny. If you want to just hear some wild conspiracies and crazy ways of thinking, you gotta go listen to Nicole Escobar. We had a really cool conversation. Jared, oh dude, if you want like movies, we do like specific genres or directors, or we're doing a movie villain list now for like top 30 movie villains ever with Jared Campball. His are great.
Yeah, check that one out.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Because there's like, is it like of like just like there's no limits of like the movies, or is it just like
just movies? So it's
like because I'm thinking like when I think of villains, I think Marvel, or I think of superhero type movies.
Oh, and so like our top 30. Yeah. Because I will forget a couple of names. If I can't find it quickly, I'll just abandon and.
Because there's some villains I like. I'm a big Blade fan. And
Okay.
I love the villain Deacon Frost.
I've never watched Blade.
You never watched Blade? Holy shit, no!
It's Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, with Wesley Snipes,
I never
the
seen
first one.
Uh-uh.
Oh my god, you gotta check that one out. All right, I'm checking out Whiplash. You're checking out Blade.
Watch it.
Watch it, man. That is a great one. It's old now. It came out, I think, 98, 99, but it's a great movie.
I'll watch it.
The second one's probably the best, though, for some people, because a lot more action, and they had some guy, I forget his name. I hate to say some guy because he's an actor.
Some random guy.
Well, no, like I mean, you ever heard of Hellboy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like the guy who plays the main character. He's in Blade 2, but not as him, but as another guy. So they love his work in that movie. Okay. But has some great actors on there. Okay. I think you'll love it.
I'll check it out. I probably will.
Yeah.
But like we had like Lotso, the friendly bear from Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
The villain. We had him on there. You ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
No, I haven't. Dang it.
That's a heavy movie.
You're giving me a bunch of movies I gotta check out now.
Nurse Ratched was her name in that.
I know a bunch of Miss Ratchets. Yeah, come down to favorite ones.
That's a clip. Good God.
You want Miss
Straight for the head.
They're gonna kill me for that one.
Yeah, they are.
You know, I love my favorite people.
Sure you do. Have you seen Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh, I heard of it, man. I gotta watch movies more.
This is the best action movie that's ever been made.
Really?
Hands down.
Hands down?
Die Hard is right there at it.
I love Die Hard.
Yes.
That's
Mad Max. All like regular stunts. Like they're doing the things that they do in the movie. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, okay, they're probably going like 30 miles an hour. And they're CGIing the dirt bikes flying 100 feet over them and then 80 feet landing across from them. They're going 80 miles an hour. They're going 60 miles an hour flying over their head.
Shit.
There's a guy spitting fire out of his mouth, playing a guitar, hooked up to a chain, just leaning into the sands. Like, it's the most ridiculous movie.
Damn. It says called Mad Max?
It's also on HBO Max.
All right. I got 2 movies I got to check out now, man.
But it was made in 2015. I'll watch the Mel Gibson one.
Okay.
That's the original. Watch the new one.
Yeah, I think I heard of Mad Max, and I think they made that into a video game, too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. But yeah, I got to check the movie out.
But the villain from him is in that, the warden from Shawshank Redemption.
Oh man, that's a classic. I love that movie. Yeah. My mom used to watch that movie all the time. I used to watch that.
What's the best movie?
One of my best friends, Andy.
Best friend.
I get that Morgan Freeman voice, you know. So cool.
I love Morgan Freeman.
Me too, man. You know, I actually seen a meme on Morgan Freeman. They were like, these motherfuckers have been old my whole life, and they had like Morgan Freeman, then they had oh man, there's another actor up there. But I know like Morgan Freeman was one of them, and I think damn it, it's killing me now. See, I hate when I get these brain farts. I can't think of it. But I know Morgan Freeman was up there, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I've never seen a young Morgan Freeman before."
You won't. Like, he didn't get like put into movies till he was like 40 something or even older.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's right. Like,
I love them in that movie. No, is it not Faster? Shit. Wow. What was that movie? Shit. I don't want to say Faster, but it had Angelina Jolie in it, and like they
Wanted.
I love that movie. Wanted. I watched that like 500 times.
Dude,
like,
that was so cool.
Love that movie, man. Curving that boy. I'd say I could go on and on about it, man.
Oh, Morgan Freeman's a beat.
Morgan Freeman is definitely one of the goats of that. I think there was another one they tried to say. I just I can remember. Like I think it was the guy with the lazy eye.
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne.
No,
or Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker. Yep. Forrest Whitaker. Yep, that's another one. He was on the list, and a couple other guys. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you. I always ask my guests these. You know, I got my staple questions and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm a big quote guy, and I just want to ask, what's your favorite quote or saying that you would lean on during the good times or the bad times?
Oh God. See, that's what I was saying. Like when I need a quote, like I don't have something that I'm like, it's a rough time right now. I don't. Oh well, remember what this guy said. It'll make you feel good. I don't have that. I need something like that.
Or even like a favorite like saying, like maybe in a movie or something. Yeah.
Damn. So there's a lot of movie quotes that I like.
All right, go ahead. Give me your top 5.
I ain't going to be able to give you a list.
All right.
But I can rattle some off.
Rattle some off.
So Syndrome in The Incredibles, when he says, when everyone's super, nobody is. So I relate that quote to a lot of different things in life.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Like anytime people are like, oh, well, I mean, you can use it with damn communism even. Like, oh, we'll just give everybody money. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, well, when everyone's super, nobody is. So when everybody has money, nobody's got money. Like, the bottom line just goes up. That's it.
Yeah, because you need something to balance that, Exactly. It's going to back it,
Right. I like Good Will Hunting. Mm-hmm. When, at the end of the movie, Robin Williams he gets the letter from Matt Damon that he leaves to him when he finally goes off to chase the girl that he was going to leave because he's too scared of commitment. And, so, yeah.
I relate to that now in 2022 these days.
All of us can. He finishes reading the note, and Matt Damon at the end of it re-quotes what the therapist, Robin Williams, had told him. Mm-hmm. And he says, I got to go see about a girl. Mm-hmm. And that's what Robin Williams had said when he left the best Red Sox baseball game ever, because he saw a pretty girl sitting in the bar. Mm. And he told his buddies, once they said, why didn't you go to the game? He was like, I had to see about a girl. But Matt Damon says that to him, and Robin Williams is like, son of a bitch stole my line. I love that line. I really like the quote that I've been hammering this year. And I'm going to mess it up every time. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Ooh. Weak men create hard times.
That was good, man. I love that. That was nice.
Because do you believe in God?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're a Christian?
Yep. Well, man of faith, I say.
Okay.
Yeah, because, religion, and it's kind of been, it's a long story.
It's all about personal relationship, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got lots of tatted on me and stuff, and, that didn't go over as well with my pastor either. The body of the temple. But, I mean, I got all my tats for the most part. I mean, this is a Bible quote here, Philippians 4:13, and yeah.
But in the Bible, it speaks a lot about the will within a will. Mm-hmm. So that quote is, every time human history just repeats and repeats and repeats, and it'll always be the same, and it's always going to be fleeting. It's always going to be vanity. Mm-hmm. And so, like, that quote encompasses so much, and being able to look towards the future, knowing that we're going to see the same shit that we've seen before, just with a different face in front of it. It's scary, but it's also comforting to know, like, we've been here before. We'll get through it again. Sure. Strong men are going to come out. Strong women, too. Okay, obviously, like, man means everybody, people.
Yeah, we got to clarify that in 2022 now.
Go back in history.
People like, what the hell? What about the
women? Oh, goodness. Yeah, but strong men and women, they will always prevail, and they'll always make better times for people. And unfortunately, a side effect of that, some pussy come out on the other side.
Oh,
it just happens.
It does, man. That's cool. Those are some great quotes and sayings and quotes. Man.
What's your favorite quote?
Oh man,
did anybody ever hit you with that?
I had one person hit me with it like back, and I told them the same thing I'm about to tell you. Okay, it's I don't know who started this shit honestly, but I heard it from a Big Sean, Big Sean the rapper, from one of his freestyles, and I just was like, yo, I'll take it. I heard it like in 2010, 2011, but he said, I'm gonna take the greatest story never told and make it my own. And I live by that, man. Like, I want to get that tatted on me one day, where I'm like, I'm thinking about doing it for real.
Tat that temple up.
I know, right? Yeah, I mean it's crazy about that story, but yeah, but that's my favorite quote.
I like
take
that.
the greatest story never told and make it my own. Is yeah, I've been through a lot in life, and more than most people would realize
Oh yeah.
or could ever understand. But yet, you would never know it by talking with me.
Yeah. Anytime people like constantly complaining and stuff, I realize like, oh, you haven't really been through shit, have you? Like you came in, you were like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, like
and just it pouring out with positive energy. I was like, he's probably seen a few dark days.
more than like when I know I sent you some interviews that I've been a part of that guest appearances. You're gonna listen to them shits and be like, what the fuck? I mean, I've been fucking like been poor shit, homeless, like a couple times, been, life threatened multiple times, been shot at once. Oh, it's fucking crazy, lost.
Let me ask you, how close was it to you? Because I've always been curious.
Well, I was running, so
of course,
I would say like close.
So like right at you.
Yeah, like right at me. Yeah.
What did it feel? How old were you?
I was young too. I was like 10 or 10.
God, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Me and my friend, man, we were one day just in Fulton Park, shout out Fulton Park, in Connecticut, and the Bloods came after us. Yeah, and they were just starting shit with us for no reason. And that's not to say all Bloods are mean or anything, because I know some Bloods that are pretty cool. And that sounds weird, but anyway. So they were just bullies and shit, started shit with us. And my friend Josh, shout out to him. I mean, I haven't talked to him in years, but he didn't give a fuck. He was talking shit back and forth with him. They were like, "What, bitch?"
How old are these people there?
Oh, they were teenagers, like
okay.
15, 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You don't think we'll fucking shoot you?" Like they pull their gun out, they're fucking, yeah. And we're like, "Holy shit." So we start running. Well, first I start running because I'm like, fuck that. I got a family. Josh is like, "What fucking you pussy ass motherfucker." Oh, I'm sorry, excuse my language. I'm not putting a disclaimer on this. But
they just a quote.
Yeah, I know, right? And then they start.
Josh said
like, fucking. We're running. He said, "Holy shit." And we're running, and like we told like our parents just now. My parents are fucking furious, and his is too. They call the cops, get involved and shit, man. Like they're trying to chase these motherfuckers down. They end up catching them, but it was crazy to be 10 years old going through that shit.
So what did it feel like on the other side? Like, could you sleep that night?
I haven't slept since. No, I actually haven't lost my sleep every day. No, but it was rough, man. Like when I went through that, and I remember talking to my sister about it recently. Like it was fucked up, man. Because you're 9 or 10, going through that shit, and we already had other problems going through. Like I lost family members, man. Like I lost my grandmother at an early age. I never had a grandfather. My other grandmother passed. Lost a brother. Lost a sister. Depression out the ass, like crazy, man. I've been through a lot of different things, but and I'm thankful for the things I've been through because it makes me appreciate life a lot more.
I try to preach that on here.
Yeah, and that's actually is a great time to grow into my next question. I always love throwing in gratitude. Especially because I've been through a lot in life, and I just doing a little piece of it. So when you interview me, it's gonna be great, man. So
make sure you do a deep dive on that.
Make sure you bring some tissues and shit. You might cry a little bit, and I might need some too. But
I got you.
It's gonna be great. But gratitude is what keeps me grounded, man. And like I said, I wear this chain. I know you guys can't see, but some people are seeing it. For the Heartbreak Warriors out there, that's the new crew. I'm gonna make that into a shirt one day.
Yeah, you are.
But I want to ask you, what keeps you, grounded in gratitude? What's your 3 things that you're really grateful for in life? And if you go over 3, that's fine too.
Okay. God, first and foremost.
Amen.
Absolutely. My personal relationship with him. Family. And that encompasses like back to the friends that became brothers. Like that encompasses them too, not just blood. And honestly, like passion, like for this, for things that I love doing. Podcast, basketball. I'm way too obsessed with basketball. It's bad.
I wanted to bring up basketball a little bit, but I was like, we're going to turn this to like a 2-hour podcast. We do that because I know your passion for it, man.
You have to be like, all right, Isaac, shut up. We'll save it for the next one.
Yeah, I know, right? We'll put it into the one when you interview me. We'll talk about basketball. I got a couple funny basketball stories too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring them.
All right.
But yeah, just passions in general. I'm very grateful for those. For sure. I think that's helped me a lot recently.
Definitely.
Yeah. What about you? What's your 3?
Oh man, family, health, and my ambition. My ambition. I want to make it so fucking bad. It's not even funny, but it's not for like just to be famous or you know whatever. Like I want to be in a position where I could like help out many people, and I think that's why a lot of people love like my show and attach onto it. Now it's not popular in all platforms and shit, but for the most part, it's pretty popular to some. And in fact, I had all these conversations with people across the world, like people in Canada, Italy, people in the Philippines, Australia, Germany.
God, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like I'm global, but not really. Like, it's weird.
Your Facebook friend list has got to be just something crazy to look at.
I had to go around for like 500 people recently because, like, I heard it was hurting my algorithm if you keep people that's not active on there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I had to get rid of some, but yeah, it's still at like 1,500, I think, or something like that. Yeah. But I'm grateful for all of them, man. You know, and I'm grateful just for this conversation we're having, man. Getting to meet you and get to know you, man. I feel like I've known you for like my whole life, man. That's how great, like you know, we just click, and I just love just talking with people, getting to know them, man.
Same, dude.
You know, so that's my 3, man. Is family, health, and my ambition.
I like that.
I like my ambition's crazy.
Ambition's a great word too. That's a strong word. Between
that and aporia, those are my favorite words.
And what?
Aporia.
What is that word?
Aporia is like basically the fear of uncertainty, basically.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know, like
I'm mad at that.
It's like some people, you know, like the first time I heard about that word, I was like, holy shit, that's good.
That's a nice word.
You know, like some people are like, oh man, I get drunk off the concept of aporia. You know, and it's like, what? Like, first time I heard that, I think it was this guy, he's a deep dude. He's a martial artist and stuff. His name's, he go by Killer Cross. He's a wrestler, actually. But when I first talked to him, he wasn't even into wrestling like that. He was just coming up as Kevin Cross. Now he's Kieran Cross now, whatever. And he said that, and I was like, oof. Aporia. You know, it's like, man, and that stuck with me. So that was like my second favorite, besides ambition.
I like this. That's a good. I've never heard aporia before.
Really?
That's awesome.
I've had so many people that were like looking at aporia.
That's a nice word.
I love it. You know, but yeah, those are mine.
That's good stuff.
Thank you, man.
I think I'm ready to see where you go. I'm hyped.
Man, thank you, man.
I love your passion, dude.
Thanks. I love it, man. Like, I really wish that I could bottle this up and just pass it out to people.
Oh, they'd buy it.
You know? I mean, I wouldn't even sell it. Like, that's how kind hearted I am. Like, I wouldn't even sell the shit. Like,
you'd be at a lemonade stand. Like, 5 cents? No, just take it.
Just take it. Get this passion. Get this like, bro, I'm so, like, the way I'm wired, man, I am, like, so grateful and happy for a lot of things, man. And passion is one, like, that's like up there for me, because how many people you probably know a lot of people too, right? A lot of people. How many people you know truly get to do something they really love? There ain't many. We settle in life so much, we don't even realize it. That shit scares me. And after losing, like, so many people in my life, especially like family and best friends and stuff, and like suicide and everything, it made me appreciate it. And like, I'm going hard for them because their life ain't here no more. I'm gonna meet them one day in the afterlife, you know, but I'm going hard for them, and I'm gonna make life whatever I want it to be.
I love that.
And I'm like, I'm going after my passion. Like, fuck trying to make a crazy amount of living. You know, if I want to do that, I would try to be an engineer or doctor or whatever. But I don't have passion for that. No offense to the ones that's doing that. If you got passion, go.
Thank
go
God
for
you
it.
do have passion.
Yeah, because we need doctors, we need engineers, we need lawyers and stuff. But for people, there's not many people that are really doing what they love to do. Because they're like, man, I had a family, I had to put my dreams aside and focus on my family, or someone shut down my dreams, thought I was a bad, you know, whatever, so I never tried to improve or whatever. I just gave up. Like, no, fuck that. You know, like, it's your dreams, your passion, go for it. I hate to sound like Gary Vee over here, but like, it bothers me that there's not enough people chasing their passion. Yeah. We only get one life, man. That's it.
And it's short.
It's short as fuck. fuck. Like, sure, like most people think they're gonna die around their late 80s or whatever, or 90s. That's not even like that's not a long time.
An average is like 72.
Exactly, that's an average, and then depending on your family history, like if it's from heart disease or cancer or blood pressure or whatever, shit, cut down. I probably won't make it past whatever.
Whoa! Don't put
predict
that.
Yeah, like I always had this weird like number in my head, and I won't say it because I don't want to sound like predicting my death if I did, but I never really thought I would see past this number, so I'm like, I gotta make life like the most of it, before my time is up, and I hope that I can inspire many people before I go.
Yeah.
So,
well, the great thing about this is, like, this podcast is going to be there forever from our like point of view. Like, they're not just going to destroy Spotify overnight.
Yeah.
Right. Even if they get taken down, they'll have to pass on the content and put it on another app.
Yeah.
So that's another cool thing about this is, like, your legacy gets to live on, like, not just through the people that you impacted directly, but your listeners, and then even once those listeners, maybe they don't pass it on, they go away, somebody's going to come across it 200 years from now.
Exactly. It's like music.
They're listening to it right now. How crazy is that?
There's literally people making remixes to Beethoven. Beethoven dead for so long.
Oh my god!
And people are still making remixes and samples from his song. Podcasting gonna be the same way. Somewhere down the line in 2000 and fucking who knows? Yeah, they're gonna take the snippet of this episode that we're having right now and use that. We're like, and that's how I try to look at my podcast. Is like, I'm actually inspiring somebody, no matter if that's one listener who stumbles across it, or they're gonna stumble across my reels, or they, or even my guests. If I'm inspiring them in some way, I'm like, hey, I won.
That's it, dude.
One in life, man. So
you get one person, you're winning.
Yeah, and that's why I love what you do, man, because you could tell that you're having fun.
Oh, so much.
There's so many podcasts out there that are fake the funk, man. They just want, like, they act like they're deep, but they're not. They act like they're funny, but they're not. Yeah. Like, you just be yourself. You have great guests, and it's amazing, man. Like, truly. And for all my peeps, like, I want to, ask what's your, social media, and I'll make sure, I'm used to the camera. I'm going to put it in the video, but I'll make sure I put it in the description, where they can find you on social media.
I really just use Instagram, so it's just EYESAC _Yardbird. YARDBIRD. So Isaac Yarbird.
Isaac Yardbird.
And that's the same thing across every streaming platform for the podcast, and there's a few videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
To watch.
And it's awesome, man. And I'm just so honored to have you on the show, and also, for getting a chance to be on your show and get to meet you and be here. Like, this place is awesome. You're awesome, man. So thank you. Thank you, man. Just just a couple more questions.
Okay.
One, I like to, just ask, what do you got like in store for, your Yardbirds, or that's how I'm calling yours for them, or future projects coming up that they can be excited for.
So I have one I've only told a few people about, because it's going to be a very serious podcast, which I'm not exactly ready for. But I gotta be.
So breaking news.
We're doing a abortion debate on video with probably an audience of, like, not many people, just like 4 or 5 people, but still live people watching.
This is gonna be sweet.
One person that is die-hard pro-choice, and one person that is die-hard pro-life. Both women. And then me.
And then me.
It is going to be monkey throwing shit out of the glass pan. I think
you need 2 things.
Okay.
One, you're going to need some boxing gloves.
So many people have told me that.
Oh, you're going to need some boxing gloves.
They're going to be on the
2,
table.
They better fucking sign a waiver. Like, I am not responsible for anything that happens to you guys, because, like, oh my god, like, I understand both sides, but I could not imagine having them both in the same room, free to, like, express themselves. Like, oh my god, I can't wait to see the episode, man.
In 20,
can I be one of the audience members? Like, this is gonna be fun.
Come on in, dude.
All roads, let me know, man.
Probably gonna bring in, like, a bunch more chairs.
All right.
The couch is gonna be filled. Yeah.
This is going to be crazy. I'm so
it's happening next week.
Oh, next week? Yeah. Okay.
So I'll get yeah, dude, you come in, you'll get to see it, and then we'll do the podcast the next day.
All right. This is great. All right. I cannot wait for this, man.
Yes,
and for all my peeps and future audience out there, you guys got to check that episode out. And I'll let you know, and I'll share it on all my platforms when it comes out, man, because I want to definully help get it out there. And I want to see how this goes, man. This is going to be interesting.
It will nervous? Be that. Like, I'm very, like,
can you hear that? Like, it's pounding. Just thinking about everything that can go wrong, but also excited for everything that can go right.
I get nervous before every episode, but this one I'm genuinely like this could like really go sideways.
It can,
and I want it to,
but it can also go so well.
It can. I want it to be a conversation. That's what I want it to be. I know like things are probably going to get heated. Eyes are going to roll. There's going to be a lot of lips smacked. But like...
A lot of teeth sucking.
Oh my goodness. So stupid.
Cancel culture, you're not invited. You better just come and watch. No canceling around here. This is, clear space. It's awesome. I'm excited for this, man.
It's going to be a war zone in here.
I might come with a bulletproof vest.
I might.
Yeah, just to be on the safe side.
I'm going to wear a paper bag over my head.
Like, oh man. Can you imagine getting stopped like in the streets or going like Walmart or something? Like, aren't you Isaac, the guy who had that podcast, those two women going crazy at each other?
Yeah, I hope so.
But for the right way, you're like right reason, like, okay, or like that's gonna be awesome.
I'm hyped. I'm ready.
Oh man, I'm hyped too, man. That's awesome.
But I say it's happening next week. I don't know when the video is gonna come out, and maybe like 3-4 weeks after that. So I don't know how much we're gonna do, but it's coming out soon.
When it comes out, man, just let me know, man. And
yes, sir.
I will definitely put it out there as much as I can, and hell, I would get an ad for that shit. And so much I want that to really succeed, man.
Yes, sir.
Isaac, thank you again, man, for being a part of the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Man, no problem, man. Thank you, man, for the hospitality and being on. I know I had one more question, but that threw me off real quick. I was like, holy shit, I can't wait for this.
Damn. Dead babies get a little face in the head.
Shit, like things getting crazy out here. Man, but I think we covered basically almost everything. Yeah. And just like I said, I'm so honored to have you on the show, and I can't wait to do, round 2.
Oh yeah.
Be on your show and get to know more about me, and also get to be an audience for the boxing match.
The heavyweight match.
Boxing gloves and waivers.
Oh,
we need a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac.
Hey, thank you, man.
Thank you again, man, for real, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.